This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so yesterday I was explaining you all about the key fields which makes an identity of post sales documents, that is sales order or sales order RO and cash sales. Now, as discussed yesterday, today you all will understand what fields makes an identity of contracts. So totally we have five contract types. So what fields making organized, which contract type is identified according to its functionality. Let's see now. So go back to the IMG screen, click on position, find. So here service contract, master contract, value general, value material and quantity contract. Right. Now all the contracts has its own preferences. Five contractors we have. Every contract got its own preference. First of all, master contract. A master contract is used to undersign a contract between two parties with just an agreed terms and conditions. It's not about any product. It is general. So no product coming in picture here, right? So here, what are the mandatory fields we have? Category, number index, internal, external. Probability is 100% defaultly. Display range, function code, screen sequence, and this. And down we have one more field. One more field. And optional fields, what we have? We don't have any optional fields here. Not applicable, not applicable, not applicable, not applicable, not applicable, not applicable, not applicable. Nothing is applicable. Why? When there is no product, I say master contract is generally a document used to sign a contract generally between two parties. When it is generally, it is not relevant to any product. No product means no item, no sub item, no item division, no trading for record. Okay, and no reference, no check division, no credit, no reference, nothing. So only these green marked are applicable. That's all. And if you come down, we have one more field essay, that is just a minute. This is not relevant for us. Here only two fields applicable: building plan and profile. This is not for us, ignore. Only these two. Under building, why building plan and contract profile, what exactly it is. You will understand now. First of all, let me come from top. So if you see over here, category is 0. Just a minute, please. So if you see here, sales document category to be marked as 0 because master contract has a different category over here. All right. So please understand this point. So here to be marked as 0. So here master contract is being undersigned for just an agreed terms and conditions. So it got a separate category here. Done. So 0. And here you can see number ranges we have internal and external. Yes. And no item number increment, no sub item number increment because then there is no material. Why we have a numbers equal for products? No reference because it is general. Item check division. So there is no product means why we check the division? No. And probability, yes, it is since it is just a terms and conditions, so it is 100% categorized. And material entity type, no material, so no entry, no division, no record. And screen sequence group for master contract, the screen layout should source as GKS. And transaction group, since it's fall into contract domain, it comes under contract view. And document pricing procedure, A is a standard, V is a standard. So these all system defaults, A, V, and all. So let it be for time being. The next topic we are going to configure our own pricing controls and we connect by replacing this default. And display range, all the complete layout should be presented. And function code for overview screen, if you see here, UER1. Previously, when we were working on inquiry and quotation, I marked as UER2. And I said for some of the documents, I'll mark UER1 so that you understand how it responds. So here, UER2 is not applicable, is even as optional because UER2 responds relevant to the product. When there is no product at all, why to the product view? Right? So understand this logic, everybody, please. So UER1 to be maintained. Okay. So do understand the logic and do get the clarity on this. Done. Now moving forward to the next level, we come down. We have a concept of billing plan. What is billing plan first of all? Now billing plan is all about when you're buying some big products and you have a preference of making the payment. Say Okay, let me put it in this way. You have a preference of making the payment on a say installment mode. So when you're paying in installment mode, definitely you should have a preferences. So there are two preferences here. So one preference is say pay every month or pay on a slab based, right? Quarterly premium, half yearly premium, annually premium. This is one of the mode you can, and another mode you can see is monthly. That is, say for example, you are buying something on loan, so you pay your EMI monthly, right? Your monthly premium. So that's understanding how it works. All right. So paying every month is a periodical. If you see here, we have two billing plans, milestone and periodical. So for master contract, more preferred is periodical. That is, every month you pay your premium. Every month you pay your premium. Milestone means what? You're selecting some slab, say bi-monthly or quarterly or half yearly. So for master contract, we connect periodical, and we'll see in the next level documents how milestone also works. So give the billing plan as periodical, that is 02. All right, done. Now, if we come down, you find here, not this, I'm talking about this contract profile. So here, today you signed a contract, okay. Today you signed a contract and it is valid till 1 year. That is the terms and conditions, what you understand, it is valid till 1 year. Fine. But can it be extended? So here you have profiles, contract profiles. If you see over here, 1 year contract. If you see over here, contract with renewal terms. So always remember, for a master contract, we connect two. That is, if you want, you can conclude the contract in after 1 year. If you want, you can still extend it, because it is all about just terms and conditions. Can be extendable or can be extendable or can be ignored. See, next year the same terms and conditions may be applicable, may not be applicable, right? So please understand this logic. So by giving two, your terms and conditions what you undersigned this year can be taken carry forward to the next year also if wanted, otherwise ignoring. All right. So two to be maintained. So how it works, you will see lively in the front end. So other than these fields, none of the other fields are applicable even as optional. Other than these, none of the other fields are applicable even as optional. So understand this logic, please. So master contract goes only the terms and conditions organized, no product related features. Okay, done. Now coming to the quantity contract. A quantity contract is the document type used to undersign the contract between two parties with an agreed, say, okay, let me put it in this way. A contract undersigned between two parties with an agreed terms and conditions of a particular product for a particular quantity which is timeline based. So within the timeline that quantity can be claimable where price may be committed or not. All right, where price may be committed or not. So in such a case, a quantity contract got features similar like quotation. So category here, sorry, this is quotation I have selected. Quantity contract also got the similar fields like quotation. I'll tell you. So here quantity contract. Here you have the category to be maintained, item number increment yes, number range is internal external yes, probability yes, material entry, item division. So it got the most of the features similar to quotation, but few extra added, and the category also changes. So block you want, you can sub item if you want, you can read info record, reference mandatory, and here you see quotation message. This is exclusively for quantity contract only. And apart from this, if you come down, no content of shipping, no content of billing required, delivered, nothing is applicable. So in straight, you see only number system, general control, transaction flow. Three views related content only maintainable for quantity contract. In these views, the fields what have been marked here. The other fields are not even applicable. All right. So category, if you see here, it is G. Sales document category for quantity contract is G. And the screen sequence for quantity contract is LP here. LP is the screen layout which will source the screen layout which meets the expectation of the quantity contract. All right, understand this logic, please. Then now moving forward, why message master contract? If already a master contract is undersigned, how system should behave? If already a master contract is undersigned, system should ask for its reference, right? So asking for master contract reference is message master contract setting. So I am initiating this. so that you can see how it behaves in the front end. All right, done. So check or do not check. So I mark check here. Done. So other than these, none of the other fields are applicable even as optional. And here you can see the transaction group is for all contracts: master contract, quantity contract, value general contract, value metal contract, service contract. All 5 contracts fall into one domain. So all are contracts only. And document pricing procedure, if you see here, yes, it is to be marked as A only. So it is system default. In the coming sessions, we'll customize our own pricing controls and this will get replaced as set. So for time being, let it be A here, do not disturb. And other views are not applicable because it is just a contract. Reference to contract, do we ship anything? No. Do we bill anything? No. So only these 3 views content are applicable. Right? And output application, yes, it's a sales document. So V1 inquiry it was maintained V1, quotation it was maintained V1, order it was maintained V1. It's V1 only. And function code for OU screen, either it can be UVR1 or UR2, anything can. And sub item number increment, if you mark as 1, it will go with 11, 12, 13, like how I marked yesterday during the order. Done. Saved. So here optional, 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 right? And the what all the marked fields you see, they are mandatory. Done. Now value general contract. This got the fields under number system, general control, transaction flow, and if we come down, none are applicable. Value general contract got the fields under number system, general control, transaction flow. That's all. Down, none others are not applicable. That's the first clarity. Now in this, mandatory are mandatory, mandatory. These are mandatory. Optional, I mean even number mandatory. What you have optional here? Block is optional, reading for record is optional, and reference is optional. Right? You want, you can have this also as an optional. Right? Now here one point, why the probability is 0 here? Value general contract means what? A customer gives some amount to the company. For example, Shopper Stop is giving 1 CR to Zara, signing value general contract. Okay. Now in return, what Shopper Stop says? In return, Zara say to Shopper Stop, come anytime and take your 1 CR worth. It's a lifetime commitment. Even after 100 years, Shopper Stop go to Zara, they can claim their 1 crore worth. But as on that day's products available, according to that day's market price, your open quantity of 1 crore is based on. So if this is the commitment, what how the probability can be some 10, 20 or 100%? Because when you will come, we don't know. For what product you will come, we don't know. Only commitment of amount. So that's the reason probability is 0 here. Remember. All right. So here number in is internal external, yes, and the sales document category for value contract, yes, it is G only as usual, and number in is internal external. Item number increment 10, sub item either it should be blank or 1. There is no point called 10. Blank, you leave it blank, it considered as 10 number increment. You give 1, it considers 1 number increment. So nil means 10 only. So no need to give separately 10 identity here. Right. So read in for record if you want, you can mark it, otherwise no. And screen layout relevant to value general contract is WK. Screen layout relevant to value general contract is WK. And transaction group, yes, all contracts fall into one domain, so it's 4 only. And document pricing procedure, A, V, Y, they are system defaults, let it be. And function code for OE screen, you can mark as UVR2 or UVR1, anything. If a customer is coming to sign a value general contract, if he already took the quotation system, if already quotation is taken, system should ask with reference to quotation. If so, check with check at item level you maintain. System will read if any quotation already signed. All right. So that's about the reference. You want, you can, otherwise not as a mandatory. That's all. Now value material contract. Everything is same like value general. Here it is G, here it is internal, external number ranges and category as 10, probability 0, item division yes, output V1, and here the screen layout is WK1 because value general contract is can be claimable for any product anytime. But value material contract is two difference. It's a product specific, it's a time specific. So you can claim that product only, you can claim within that time only. If time expires, if time exceeds, the contract get cancelled. Other product you cannot claim. So value material contract is a product specific and time specific. That's the only difference. See, for example, you signed a value material contract for a particular design. Think about Shopper Store, Zara only. No, let us talk about fashion. No fashion will lifetime, right? For example, now narrow is fashion. So you signed a contract for narrow designed trousers. Next year the fashion is changing. It may going to bell bottom. So if that narrow products is no more into manufacture, how the Zara company can source the stock to Shopper Stop? So understand the logic here, please. So the point here is, if the company is into no more manufacturing the product, how can they give a commitment of lifetime? So it's a time specific, it's a product specific. So within the timeline, you need to claim the amount worth. If you're not claimed, it may go expired also, right? Think for example your car insurance. You paid a big premium and you got the car service secured. Luckily you have not claimed, that's fine, but after your policy expired, if anything goes wrong, if you want to claim, you cannot. So within the timeline only, no matter how much big premium you paid, it is a time point of view commitment only. So WK1 responds with these facilities. WK is just general lifetime. This is time specific. So screen layout sourcing the fields according to the document identity. And if we come down, we have under billing and under profile two fields here. Under billing we have as optional, we have two, and here one field. Now I say it is a time specific 1 year. After 1 year, automatically the contract will get expired. So 1 year contract, a profile I'm giving, not renewable. Value metal contract is time specific. After you reach the time, the contract will automatically get expired. This is what I say. So 1 year profile. And here you have billing plan type marked as milestone. That means why milestone? See, for example, think about these, say, shop stop like retails or supermarkets, where a particular model is fast moving and they want to top up the stock as how their counter stock will is getting cleared. So they just call the company and company will send the stock immediately, and that's how the services company and customers are utilizing among. And they say that is the company and customer say in between, we will go for a bill settlement every monthly or quarterly or half yearly. So value material contract is undersigned for a material for an amount worth, where how the customer wants they'll place an order with reference to the contract and company is sending and settlement of bill according to the understanding. So milestone means selecting a slab and invoicing with reference to contract. So these two are optional. Other fields are not applicable. So three extra fields which was not applicable for value general contract is applicable for value material contract. Rest all is same. Now service contract. Now first of all, before I go to service, there is no much difference between service and maintenance contract and value metal contract. Both has a similar feature, but only one difference is service contract is for service oriented material like building maintenance, rental, etc., where it is intangible, where value metal contract is for a product, so tangible. So what is intangible and tangible, you can see. Intangible means you cannot see. Tangible means you can feel it. For example, a watch, you can feel it. A shirt, you can feel it. I say rent, can you feel? No, right? So service contract is intangible. It is not a. It is a product specific, but not deliverable. So a product which has no delivery order with reference billing. That's all. That's the concept of service contract. So it has the features of order like credit system. It has the features of order like billing. Rest all is same. So here you can see the category is G only because it falls under contract, and screen sequence group is VT, but we don't have any programming backup in the database which supports the layout functionality with fields and the views. Not only in this server, none of the servers available we have. Service contract initiates only when the customer service module or customer relationship module is been implemented. So only for your reference purpose, the service contract, if to be configured what fields applicable, it has most of the features like sales order, the credit system, because contract itself acts like an order. So the execution of service contract, we cannot see only this, but we'll see all these documents lively execution. So just a difference between the service and material contract execution and value material contract execution is type of product. All right. So all these 9 documents you will see lively the execution in the coming week. So now you all understood what fields makes the identity of each document type. Right. Now under header we are done with first line, the main. Convert language for sales document type, number ranges, purchase order type, order reason, usage indicator, assign sales side to sales document type. Again under this we have few features. What all these you will understand detailedly in tomorrow session. Tomorrow I am going to cover from here to here. and day of tomorrow you'll understand the concept of item category, and upcoming day the schedule and category as how we plan. All right. So do understand the process and the clarity, and do go through the recording and get command on till date happen. So thank you all, and see you in tomorrow session, please.